everyone. I'm Sean Watson, SVP of Special Projects.
My name is Mark Onifer. I'm the VP Sales at Trend Hunter, and sometimes you'll catch me emceeing some of the Future Fests on the road and the masterclass too, which we'll talk about.
And we're here today to talk about Future Festival World Summit, how to innovate in an era of AI. And this is going to be a big year. Last year, it was about how AI changed you. And now we're going to talk about what it's been like to be kind of involved with AI over a full year period. So I'm actually very excited for this year's Future Festival.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Very, very excited, and definitely want to underscore the importance of coming this year. Trend Hunter is one of the world's largest trend spotting platforms, an innovation accelerator. We've been helping brands and billionaires and CEOs and NASA to predict and create the future for a long time. And a part of that is understanding where the future is heading with a big focus on AI this year. So we've been helping our clients for a long time understand what AI is, how you can automate your business using it. And we're going to bring that all together at Future Festival this year. Definitely going to be an exciting one this year.
Yeah, I mean, we go all the way back to the days of the onset of IBM Watson, with Jeremy being a part of that project team and coming in to talk about where that could go. And, 10 years later now, we're sitting here on the precipice, on the cusp of a new revolution, maybe the newest information revolution. At Trend Hunter, we do what we do best. We come and prepare you for the future. We help you create that future. And Future Festival is the Super Bowl of these events. This is the event that gets you set up for the next year. And it's always a fantastic time. My favorite part of the festival is always the people. I know that's cliche to say, but we have some of the best and brightest from around the world, the people who are on the cutting edge of what they're doing at their company, some of the most powerful companies in the world, and they're plotting out, making strategies, being informed about what's coming up, what's happening, and it, in ways, kind of directs the path of commercial enterprise and services and so forth. We kind of lay out that golden path for you to follow and be successful in the next year. And this year, how to innovate in the era in AI is going to be an important one, where a lot of our clients have tons of questions. But I want to ask you, what's your favorite part of Future Festival?
Yeah, for sure. And so I'm not going to also say the people, because it is one of my favorites. And I don't know if we can name drop or whatever, but I had lunch with Deb Amata, who's the Chief New Opportunities Officer at NASA last year. I was having dinner with Doug Warner, who was, I think, was employee number 5 or 6 of Shutterfly, and now a leader in business innovation at Amazon. These are the type of people that you get to learn from and rub shoulders with and learn about the future with. So I loved your point on that one. And then, my favorite part would be the extended track. So of course we have the 3-day Future Festival with the keynotes on all the different topics. We have the workshops to apply the learnings from the keynotes on those 3 days. And then if you come for the extended 5-day Futurist U masterclass, you get to be trained by Jeremy, our CEO, and all of our futurists, including Sean and myself, on our 5 core pillars of innovation and futurism. The ability to change, culture of innovation, opportunity hunting, adaptive innovation, and infectious messaging.
We're going to get really deep into FUMC, since you do put the MC in FUMC. But before we get into that, we want to give you a little preview into the content for this year, the year that we dive into how to innovate in the era of AI. And for a moment, we're going to throw it over to our Chief Content Officer, Armida Escano, to give you the rundown.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk a bit about the change in content and the change in theme. Our theme for this year is how to innovate in the era of AI. It's a subtle difference from last year's theme, which was all about how AI is an inflection point and it's reached the mainstream and it's accessible to a large amount of people. This year, the key difference is, instead of telling you that it's important, we're telling you how to use it, how to make the best use of generative AI across your different industries. Now, in the retail space, this may mean specific tools to help you win what's important to consumers today. In the marketing space, this may mean the same, with a little twist on how best to use AI in an ethical and transparent manner without ringing any alarms in terms of that increased data that's available to us with the use of this technology. The example I can speak best to, of course, is within my own keynote theme on microgenerations. If you were at Future Festival last year, you remember I talked all about what AI means to each generational group, what it signals to them, and almost psychologically and socially what it represents in their lives. For this year, I'll be talking about the best use of AI for each of these microgenerations. So we know what AI is, but do we know why we're using it? And does that answer change across microgenerations? Spoiler alert, it does. Now, we're very excited this year because we're adding a few features to lean into this idea of providing you with more tactical tips on how to use AI. Of course, our CEO, Jeremy, will be talking quite a bit about our AI masterclass programs and how we've been guiding our clients through integrating more AI into their day-to-day lives. But we're also going to be including things like a list of AI tools we recommend across every presentation. We're also going to be hosting discussion sessions for our Futurist U masterclass attendees to kind of get to the nitty-gritty of what it means specifically for them in their roles to start using AI in that effective manner. So there's a lot to look forward to this year, but I'm going to hand us back over to Sean and Mark to talk about what's changing about that experience. Hope to see you there.
Thanks so much, Armida. And yeah, Futurist Masterclass is something that we definitely pride ourselves on. It's the next level of experience at Future Festival. There are a few changes we're going to dive into with the specific tracks this year, where we always try to do something new. We're always innovating. I think one of the most interesting pieces this year is we've moved locations. We are actually at the TIFF Lightbox this year, which is a fantastic world-class venue that hosts celebrities and stars from around the world every year. So it only makes sense for us to innovate and bring our attendees to a space where we really think we can create an environment that's going to inspire them. And I think that's a super important part. And Futurist U is the kind of secret layer to that experience that's happening as well. So that's the 5-day masterclass that we have alongside Future Festival, which allows you to experience not only one-on-one kind of personalized coaching with very specific outcomes for that, but also to take a part within the larger Future Festival conference and also enjoy the different insights and sights and sounds and experiences we have there. So that actually starts on Monday, September 29th and runs all the way to the Friday as well. And you, again, the man that puts MC in the FUMC, I'd love to hear about, what are the things that make Futurist U, the Futurist U Masterclass, such a special addition to Future Festival in general?
I think the really cool part is that it runs simultaneously to Future Festival. So just because you sign up for Futurist U training, it doesn't mean that you're missing Future Festival. That's kind of like the coolest part, in my opinion, is that you'll come on the Monday, you'll get the kickoff from Jeremy and our futurists on the focus on the ability to change. What are some of the key factors that would block, your ideas or AI implementation, and how do you address these types of things? And kicking off with, some big sessions like that, breaking you out of your kind of myelin traps, thinking different, thinking bigger, and then getting some, pieces on the culture of innovation pieces there as well on day one. And then we are going to actually have, some kind of cocktail reception that night as well. And then the cool part is that, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the next 3 days, you do get to be a part of the main Future Festival big stage experience, right? So you don't have to miss out on that. But in between some of the big futurist keynotes and the sessions from the main stage, you're going to have an opportunity to then kind of come backstage with the futurists and have a small intimate moment with someone like Sean talking about future tech, or someone like Armida and generational trends, or someone like Gil or Addy talking about future retail or marketing, whatever. All these major core areas of the world and how AI is implementing and impacting them. You're going to have a chance to sit and ask questions, get some real, intimate, close time with just the Futurist U group and the futurists themselves. So I love that part.
Yeah, and that's the full-blown experience. And of course, there's so many different layers and levels to Future Festival. You mentioned that cocktail reception, which that might have been my second favorite part of Future Festival, that first opening night where we get to interact with the attendees, where they're kind of bright-eyed and kind of open and willing, and getting a chance to hype them up. So we're going to be at the Sutton Place Hotel for that Monday cocktail reception, which is always a fantastic time. I find that the Eager Beavers, the one who are going to be the Future Festival superstars and actually come up with these great actionable ideas throughout the conference, always show up to that cocktail. So Sutton Place Hotel, it's going to be a fantastic time there. And of course, that's also the first day of Futurist U. So beyond Sutton Place, which again is a new venue for us, we are in that TIFF Lightbox where day one does take place. And we had Armina tell us a little bit about what the content's going to look like, but also that new venue is going to spark a new level of inspiration, I really believe. We have a few different pieces to that venue we're taking part of. We're also going to be in Malaparte, which is a new space within the TIFF Lightbox that I'm really excited to see what our team's going to do with.
Yeah, definitely. It's, uninterrupted views of the city on the rooftop of Lightbox Theater. And just jump online, check out Lightbox Theater. You'll see that it's more than just airing like movies and documentaries and things. It's really a cultural epicenter of the city, and it's right on King West. Like, couldn't be a better location, frankly. And they have all the best like state-of-the-art tech in terms of like viewing. And I think that's going to be a really cool part too, actually, this year. Like, we're in one of the best theaters on a global scale, and that rings really well with our keynotes, because of our keynote speeches and our futurist presentations. They're electric, right? They're dynamic. You might have 150 slides in a 40-minute presentation. There's visuals, there's videos, there's a lot going on. So it's almost like you're watching this like action movie while you're hearing a keynote with the trends and the data. And that's all going to be on one of the biggest, best, brightest screens in the city. So I'm excited for that for sure.
Absolutely. We do our best to make sure you have a fantastic individual experience. But honestly, the best way to experience Future Festival and get the highest value out of it is to come with a team. When you do have a team, 5-6 people, especially when it comes to workshop day, which happens on the third day of Future Festival proper, we allow you to join your table team together to work on ideas specific to your company. And I think that's one of the largest values of Future Festival, is beyond being a conference where you get a great quote you might hear and you write it and put it on your desk for a few weeks, then you forget about it. You actually get a chance to develop actionable ideas to take back to your company and work out. And that's something we do for a living for our clients with our master classes, with our keynotes and our workshop. And this gives you a chance to sample all of that, all this great work we do with some of the largest brands in the world, to bring that in an experiential setting and actually have an actionable insight to take back to your business. But in the team setting, you get to focus on real problems rather than hypothetical problems. When you come individually, you're paired at a table with other people from different companies, but we've seen so many great ideas that of course we can't share due to NDAs come to life because they brought a team to Future Festival. What's been your experience with working with teams on workshop day, especially throughout Future Festival?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head there, right? If you're, working in a workshop table with a handful of other folks from different companies or different industries, it's still incredibly powerful. You're just working on a bit more of hypothetical situations. But if you're coming with your own group of 6 or more, you're working on the very specifics of maybe your own goals, your own challenges, and that's where you can really start to drive strategy around the trends that you learned from days 1, 2, 3, etc. So, and then, naturally, when I'm a part of the Futurist U Masterclass room, we're doing breakouts, right? So, we'll guide you through the workshopping session, then you'll break out and you'll work together on a team. It's always really interesting when I can kind of like pop in and hear, what some of the biggest brands or companies in the world are kind of, kind of stirring up and working on. You'll find me there popping around, kind of help guiding you, working you through the workshops, these types of things. But it's definitely that kind of collaboration moment with your own intimate group, with a team. So again, if you can bring the kind of 6+, that's really the benefit there. And I had a couple other pieces here actually on if you bring the 6+. I don't know if you have them off the top of your head, but there was, like, if you bring your team of 6, you get obviously your private workshop table, all your tickets upgraded to a pro level if you're at the regular Future Festival event. One ticket will be upgraded to VIP. With that, you get the VIP dinners, the VIP access, the custom trend report, and the lounge access, and ultimately just enhances that creation of that culture of innovation with that team. So.
Yeah, it really allows you to elevate your experience and also get a ton of value out as well. So when you do get that team ticket, there is special pricing for that team ticket, automatic upgrades, special seating, and so on and so forth. But also, you mentioned Futurist U Masterclass. A new change this year is we've kind of upgraded our trend safaris, and we've taken them to another premium level. And now they are exclusively only available in our FUMC, our Futurist U Masterclass, for that experience. So when you take a look at the team ticket and you take a look at Pro VIP, this masterclass experience is actually turning into something completely different, something brand new, and something really exciting. So beyond the team ticket, I'd say that getting your follow-up materials with your pro ticket is fantastic. But if you can bring the team, have the VIP ticket to get that custom report, get that special access you can to different areas, it really elevates that experience of Future Festival overall.
And that topic of trend safaris, like you mentioned, you're still going to have access to trend safaris as a regular Future Festival ticket holder. It's more of a self-guided experience, but you'll still have 16 or 17 or 18 or something different locations that you can go with all of the other attendees and experience some of the latest trends coming to life. And then the Futurist U Masterclass obviously is its own, kind of VIP experience. But for people who don't know what a trend safari is, how would you explain that?
I would explain it like a grown-up field excursion. So make sure you get your permission slip signed. But honestly, we've done so many amazing things with our trend safari. It always turns out to be one of the most interesting and most exciting aspects to Future Festival. We've done, yoga on a rooftop with a brain reader to see what goes on in your subconscious while you're trying to focus. We've done street art food tours through our graffiti alley, which is located no more than 5 minutes away from our office here. We'd have different street food set up, and as you would eat that food, you would check out some art that's accompanying it. We've had amazing experiences from wine making to crafts, and some of the things that we're going to see this year, especially as some of the partners we're using at the different venues and spaces, is going to be pretty powerful. And what else I love is that even though we may not have guided safaris for our our VIP people in attendance, we do have some crazy spaces that we're going to be hosting. And we're going to be in the Steam Whistle Kitchen, Steam Whistle Brewery, which is literally like at the base of the CN Tower. It's going to have some fantastic views. And it's such great access to so many different other aspects of the city. And one of the things that people don't take advantage of at Future Festival, one of the tips we have to give is taking advantage of being in the center of Toronto, one of the world's greatest cities, of course, in our biased opinion. But being able to walk out after the conference and experience the city is part of that Future Festival experience. Being able to see what makes Toronto an innovative city, and being a part of that with our self-guided tour makes you an expert really quickly in what's going on.
Yeah, I love the trend safaris. It's like we spend so much time every day, like in our screens, in our laptops, in our offices, in our cubicles, and this is really the opportunity to get out of that space and get into the world and see trends, insights, innovation in real life, in real time, shake hands with the owners, make an innovation happen in the world, really, taste those innovation, flavors, or, try on the latest AR or VR or see the latest AI. We were doing led one, it was at Cisco. It was like the top built floor at Cisco overlooking the water. We were looking at like the future of biometric facial scanning and how they were applying that in cities and smart cities. And it's just like really some of the coolest cutting edge stuff. So if you can get into the Futurist U Masterclass, I mean, I'm going to be hosting it. So there's a checkbox, but no, definitely you want to come out and you want to get one of those really cool exclusive trend safaris. So.
Absolutely. If you can't come to FUMC, make sure you bring a team out to get full value. But of course, we'd love to host you individually as well. But we are here to answer some of the frequently asked questions about Future Festival. We could wax poetically about how much we love Future Festival for probably a couple of hours here, but we want to make sure that everybody's prepared and ready, and those frequently answered questions are answered in a more dynamic way than a chat bot that you see most these days, or a splash page. So we're here to give you that inside look at what's going on behind the scenes at Future Festival and how things are coming together, and make sure you're organized and set to go. So very first off, question we get all the time is, where is registration and bag pickup? So, of course, all ticket levels, you can pick up your badge at Future Festival either on Monday, September 30th, or Tuesday, the day of Future Festival proper starting. And again, if you can come through that Monday, pick up your badge early, we will have that kind of reception at Sutton Place. So that's a fantastic time to chat and meet with us futurists and trend hunter people before we're totally on game and we're a part of the show. So that's a fantastic point to get it up. But Futurist U Masterclass attendees can also pick up their badge at the welcome reception on Sunday, September 29th, starting at 3 p.m. So that's the location is going to be sent exclusively to our Futurist U attendees. Of course, again, our Futurist U attendees have that kind of inside track to what's happening at Trend Hunter.
And so next would be, a lot of time people just want to know, what is the address of the venue? So night one, Tuesday, October 1st, is the night one of Future Festival World Summit. It's the opening night reception on Tuesday, and it'll be held at Malaparte, which is on the 6th floor of the TIFF Lightbox Theater. So it's the main venue for Future Festival, 350 King Street West. Say it again, 350 King Street West, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, 6th floor, TIFF Lightbox. And, a lot of people will ask, will I receive any conference presentation materials following the event? Yes, Pro, VIP, and Futurist U ticket holders all receive what we call internally the Wild deck, or the What I Learned deck from Future Festival, with all the slides, And if you have a general ticket and you'd like the slide deck, please email conference@trendhunter.com to request an upgrade.
So those are our frequently asked questions for Future Festival World Summit 2024. The TLDR, we have 2 tracks. We have our Future Festival proper and our Futurist U Masterclass. That's 3 days and 5 days respectively. And our 5-day program gets you that elevated experience. That's going to allow you to get into those elevated trend safaris, as well as more of a kind of regimented engagement. You know, you get a chance to experience Future Festival as well as that kind of perfected and poignant teachings and learnings from the Future Festival team. As well as we have our VIP and team options for our Future Festival proper. Those are fantastic as well. The Pro and VIP are going to get you all those takeaway materials, and you're going to have your self-guided safaris. So think of that as your friend is giving you a list of places they think are amazing in Toronto. They might not get you past the bouncer in the door and in for free, but you know you're going to have a fantastic time.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the updates to the venues. We have Steam Whistle Brewery and the TIFF Lightbox Theater. So Steam Whistle, yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's right below the CN Tower. And fun story, it actually came from, it was an old train station. And Steam Whistle actually used to be called Three Fired Guys, which were 3 guys in Toronto that were fired from their old brewery because they were bought out by a big company. And they were sitting by a fire one day and decided, you know what, we want to create our own. It's actually, if you go to on the bottle, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure if you're there and you can get a bottle, it might say 3FG on the bottom. So check that out. So we got Steam Whistle Brewery, great views of the city, and then we'll have TIFF Lightbox Theater as well. Just state-of-the-art, global scale type of theater, and that's going to ring really well, again, with our keynotes on all sorts of topics around learn where to start with AI on theme day 1, see what you could already be doing with AI theme day 2, and realize your full potential with AI on theme day 3. So if you don't have your tickets already, make sure you get them at futurefestival.com, and we're looking forward to seeing you there.
That will be how to innovate in the era of AI, and we'll see you in the future. Cheers.